Hey, welcome to the session, to the episode number 1 of the Open Storage project. Um, the way that we are starting this project comes from the need of recording trading signals at an open place on the internet so that bots following this signal can retrieve the signal information from there. Um, I am actually at this point developing the trading signal project, but conclusions from there brought me to discover that we need a new type of project, the open storage project, um, to save the signals there instead of transmitting them over the peer-to-peer network. So in the previously working on the trading signals, I already created this structure of user storage, GitHub storage, and storage container at episode number 17 or 18 of the Trading Signals series, um, and also allow the social trading bot to define which storage container is going to use. Okay. So now this first video of this series uh, for the open storage project, I'm going to actually define the project, create it into the system for the first time, and migrate probably these nodes that I put as part of the governance system into that project so that these nodes are well defined inside this project, and start coding the modules that are going to be needed to store information first at this storage provider, that is GitHub, one of the possible storage providers that we are going to use, and second at other storage provider. We will assuming that SuperAlgos will have its own type of storage provider that will allow users to run a storage container that can be accessible over the internet from any place. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do then is come here where we have the list of projects in GitHub. I noticed that we have something similar, that is the data storage project, but it's not the one that we need because this is about storing the information of indicators and calculations, and this is not our problem now. Our problem is focused on the network clients that needs to store information like trading bot signals, peer-to-peer nodes, their own information like the social graph, the open social graph, and also social personas when they post information on the social network. The storage that they are going to use are going to be implemented via these mechanisms. Okay, so let me create this first. This is going to be a new project. I understand we were using this guy, and we are going to call this, instead of data storage, we're going to call it open storage, because we need storage containers that are open to the whole internet, okay? Accessible over the internet. So this project allows social trading bots peer-to-peer network nodes and social persona to store their own data at different so that anyone with the right keys can retrieve them from there, and the data stored does not need to go through the peer-to-peer network. And that is the reason we need this project. So this is going to be public. I don't remember if we were linking a repository here, but why not? Okay, we don't need this, but now we have the project probably at the end. No? Storage, storage, open storage, perfect. These are not good. This looks private. Trading signals, where is settings? Not here. Trading signals, edit, no. Menu, settings, okay. This should be public. Save. I'm going to fix the other one just to leave everything perfect. This guy, menu, settings, public, save. Okay, so here we have our project. This is the first step. Oh my god, more private stuff. Okay, sorry for this distraction, but if I don't fix this now, nobody's going to fix it. So settings, public, save, menu, settings, public, save. Settings, public save. Okay, so now all good. These are all the projects existing or envisioned for Superalgos. Okay, so I won't need this. And we were working in here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to add a new project here to this list. New folder, open, storage. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to move the nodes that I had created for storage in the while I was doing the creating signals project. I'm going to move them here. So where's that? Here in governance, we need a folder called schemas. Um, Let me create one here. New folder, schemas. Then inside schemas, app schemas. So here, new folder, app schema. And let's take a look at we will need to move all the nodes related to storage to the other project. It looks like we're going to have to scan this because they are not in order. So let me see if I find them. Finding folder. This is going to be useful. Finding folder. Anything that includes storage. But I will need this JSON, so get out of my way. Okay, so these are the files. I cannot select them all because these are just search results. But I have the files open here, so I don't really need this. So where does this start? Task? No. User profile? User storage. We're going to cut and paste here. Okay, that's user storage. GitHub storage. cut, paste here. Superalgo storage, that is the mechanism that we are going to create for users to use if they want. Superalgo storage cut, paste here. Storage container, cut, paste here. Available storage, cut, and paste here. Storage container reference, cut, and paste here. Okay, so this is part of the problem, moving the nodes there. We also will need to move the icons of these nodes. So we need a folder called icons. This is governance. So here, new folder, icons. From the governance icons, we will need to bring available storage, cut, and paste here. GitHub storage, where are you? Cut, paste here. Storage container reference, these two, these three, cut, and paste here. And user storage, cut, and paste here. Okay. Okay. Then we will have to fix a few issues I'm going to explain now. When you are moving this node from one project to the other, you have to be careful. What is this? You have to be careful at the node that is creating this node as child, that they have the proper project name here. So if you're going to add here available storage, the object is the node is the node type is available storage, but the project which that node belongs to is now open storage. Okay, so if you don't do this, it's not going to find a node at the governance project and it's going to fail. So here we have the same situation, and here. Okay. Yeah, the next thing, that's we are here now. We have the social trading bot that has this guy. Essentially, we are going to delete this guy because it's going to be obsolete anyway. But this this is the one we modify also social persona and net peer-to-peer network node. The other situation is, wait a minute. This creates available storage. So we need to check. Okay, here we have the same problem. All the children are referencing the governance system, then the governance project. So this create storage reference, and this doesn't have any child. Okay, so it's okay. But then you have the other structure with user profile, creating user storage. Now this is an open storage project. Open storage project. The user storage, then it creates these two guys. They are now at the open storage project. And the two guys create a storage container that belongs here. And also here. Storage container. And storage container doesn't have any menu item. So let me check the child definition if it doesn't include a project. Maybe it should, because when you're changing from a node that is of a certain project and you are going to be storing a node of another project, my understanding is that you need to specify the project here in those situations if you don't want this to fail. So here, open storage. Open storage. Okay. Something similar happens with these guys because they are all referencing a node that doesn't belong to the same project that they are. So being explicit with the project name is important there. Available storage. So we will be explicit. Okay, so in my mind, we already have everything we need. We move the nodes, we move the icons. And we are going to delete the current nodes, but we are going to preserve this configuration so that I don't have to type it again. Okay. So from here, save the plugin and reload the page. Okay, if all of this works, we would have created a new project and move the icons and nodes that we start drafting another project because it was more convenient there. But as I see that there will be code involved, then we probably need to directly move everything and do it well. Okay, here we are. Let's see if we can add user storage. No, it's not working, which is pretty bad. User storage. Cannot add UI object of type user storage and project open storage because that type is not defined at the app schema. Mm. Okay, there are some other problems. Okay, yeah, I know what happens. Even though we created these nodes and icons and a folder here, we have not went to the, the project schema file to define this, okay? So that was what was missing. We need to create the project. For instance, here is the latest project created called Trading Signals, right? So we are going to do is copy this guy, and this is going to be the open storage. This is going to be the open storage project, okay? Open storage. And we are going to remove these modules because it's going to fail otherwise. But we're going to leave this structure because we might need it sooner or later, okay? So now that the project is here, then it's going to load everything in memory and it should become available, okay? So let's refresh the page and load it again. Okay, so let me repeat again why we are creating this project, this new project. When we are sending signals from one bot to the other over the peer-to-peer network, we realize that it's inefficient to send individual signals because you need all the signals of a certain candle to be there in order for the bot receiving the signal to enter into that candle and consume the signal. So the, it is not useful if they are received um, individual signals. So it's only useful when you get all the candle signals. So if that is what is going on, then another thing we could do is package all the signals and send them together. But even better than that is to save the signals at an internet storage location and just send, instead of the signal themselves, we are going to send a key to retrieve the signals of a certain candle so that we reduce the bandwidth uh, enormously of the peer-to-peer network, And also we achieve other properties um, that are very interesting. So that was explained in my videos regarding trading signals, but now as I'm working on the storage solution, um, we are here. Okay, so this is ready. So I'm going to continue. I will add user storage. Again, not working. There is something I'm forgetting, but I don't know exactly what. So what it's saying here is that the circular menu item icon not found for user storage, add user storage. I don't know if I have to reload the client of the platform. I don't think that's the problem. Um, add UI object. Hmm. I don't think I have to reload that client, but I'm not 100% sure either. Um, I have the project schema. I have the new project. So why I'm not getting well? Okay, I'm going to go on and reload this, or at least check this. What is going on here? Okay, node platform. I don't think this is going to solve the problem. And this, anyways, it seems that this workspace is very big. Probably I will switch to another workspace only with my user profile until I find the way to put this to work. Okay, I have a workspace already with that, only with my user profile. Um, okay, user storage cannot add the object of user type. It's not defined an app schema. Okay, so we are going to debug this. This is like a waste of time, but I need to do it to have these things working. So foundations, function function libraries. Mm, now probably this is visual scripting, function libraries, UI objects from Node, add UI object. Okay. So again, parent node is a user profile, project open storage. So what is the problem here? So this most likely is undefined. Okay. So again, so we go into here, open schemas by project. We have the open storage, but we have zero schemas. Why? I'm trying to beginning to suspect that the structure that I created here is not good. There must be something bad. Okay, super algos, projects, open storage, icons, schemas, app schema, governance, schemas, app schema, open storage, schema, app schema. There is something bad somewhere and I cannot figure it out. So probably here there is a dash missing. Can it be that? Well, maybe yes. Open storage. Okay, let's refresh. If you're watching this video and you are a developer and you want to contribute to SuperAlgos, there is a huge opportunity to make um, to automate the creation of new projects and new APP schema stuff and all this stuff so as to avoid these kind of problems. That would be awesome if you would like to take this. Okay, so there was a problem there. Now there's another problem, but at least it tried to create the node. Okay, so the open storage is referenced without, is everywhere without the dash. My bad. Okay, so open storage and we are not talking about here but everywhere. Replace it by open dash storage. Okay, maybe this time. Look how now the loading of the workspace is much faster. You should always work with a very lightweight workspace if you need to be reloading things all the time. Okay, so again, now I like it. We will need a GitHub type of storage and a storage container, and you're going to configure it with the repository that I created on my account. Mm, my trading signals, where is it? My trading signals, there. So my trading signals under my account, this is the container here. Okay, then, and also I'm going to name the container GitHub repository my trading signals, and then add the social trading bot. I will add now at this bot I will add available storage container reference, and from here we'll link it okay, it should have the name. Yeah, it's proper to link it, but storage container reference, it's supposed to have storage container reference title use reference parent. And as far as I know, did I do, man? It looks good. Oh, user reference parent instead of use. We really need somebody to automate this stuff and to allow us to do it via the user interface. That would be a huge contribution to this project. Okay, so correct it for the next time. Save the profile. Okay, let's reload. And here it is, GitHub repository, my trading signals. Okay, so we are going to commit these changes because we advance a little bit. So we move it, create it, open, store project, and move it some nodes definition and icons from governance into the new project. Okay, so now we have the new project and we have everything in place. What we should do now is to see how we are going to save this, how we're going to implement the mechanism to save, for instance, into a GitHub repository. Okay? Because that is one of the things that we are going to need later at the task server so that we can, if needed, save the signals in there. Okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is to go and check I'm not going to need anything of this anymore. So governance, goodbye. Open storage, goodbye. So I'm going to check the platform, the client of the platform, the HTTP interface, or maybe there is something called GitHub. GitHub server. There is a command, update profile, if I recall. Update profile. Or maybe update profile or profile update. Okay, so at the endpoint of gov, okay, so it is this one. So at the gov endpoint, there is a command called user profile. It probably would be better if it is called update user profile or something like this, but I'm not going to change that now. What I want to know is how this takes the plugin file and update it at a GitHub repository. So let's study what this is doing. Check fork. Create GitHub fork. So I guess that it creates the GitHub fork only if it doesn't exist. But that's really not my problem. Um, Update user. Okay, do GitHub user. Create or update file contents. That is exactly what we need. Okay, so we're going to be doing exactly this. We will need a username that we got it at the configuration of the storage container. We will need a repository. We will need the content, and probably this is a message for the commit. SHA. We are calculating a hash. Get SHA. Where is this calculated? Oh, what is this? So there is a function to calculate the SHA. Repository object. Okay, so it seems you need a SHA or a hash. You need this hash in order to be able to execute the creative update, because here is a SHA. Then here they read the file, get plugin file content. Okay, then things are encoded in a certain way, and they are sent to GitHub in this way. OctoKit. Okay, here you give the token. You have a user agent. Okay, so it doesn't look something difficult to replicate. In fact, we will have almost all this information. The difference will be that we will have it at the we will have the information at the task server instead of having it like here at the platform client. But anyways, that should work anyway. Okay, so um, I'm going to leave this implementation for the next episode. um, so to recap, we are now at the open storage video series, creating the storage infrastructure that is going to allow us to store first the trading signals so that they don't have to go through the peer-to-peer network. Second, the personas, the social personas information, like information about post videos or whatever you want. Third, the network node social graph, the information that the network node handles, is also going to be managed by the open storage project. So yeah, we're going to start implementing the code in the next episode, episode 2 of the open storage project. Hope to see you there in a while, and thank you for watching this one.